Dear colleagues, for me it's a great pleasure and honor to participate for the first time in the work of the Moscow Conference and to exchange ideas and positions on the matters of international security with you. I'm happy that we will have chance for making some personal and private contacts, since it's the prerequisites for establishing fair and sincere cooperation. I would also be glad to inform you on the positions of Serbia, focusing on various aspects of military-to-military cooperation. And ladies and gentlemen, the global security environment is changing rapidly, depending on the positions taken by both state and non-state actors. Serbia is a small country, and throughout its history, it used to be the means of politics on the part of great powers. The Serbian Republic fully realized the process. We have no direct military conflict involving large forces, and the threats to the security of the state were posed by low-intensity local conflicts. In a sense, military-to-military cooperation identifies the process when a state is cooperating with another state to respond to crises. After the fall of the Berlin Wall, the fundamentals didn't change, although some approaches and procedures did. Those changes occurred because of unilateral perception of some biggest players of the game, and the impact they played on international institutions. The networking system of international relations poses a dilemma, and we need to wonder if the growing cooperation can pose a bigger threat for domestic security. The open challenge to domestic security that is cross-border and is a product of globalization led us to the situation that national sovereign states became so vulnerable and dependent so that they lost the monopoly for taking their own decisions. With all their power, they cannot protect their sovereignty from the impacts of decisions taken by other actors or from chain reaction effects. Following the end of the Cold War, countries were ready to curb arms race and arms spendings, but technologies didn't allow us to do so. And the concept and phenomenon of the colored revolution has become the main factor of destabilizing the situation in many countries, and strive for this decentralization can lead to direct armed aggression. We can see some uncontrolled and discretional use of force in many regions. Multipolarity and multidependency actors in the international arena, and intensity of international cooperation is typical for the international arena, and the states will remain to be the main actors, and we'll see the trend of the growing importance of non-state actors. The United States, China, leading European countries, and Russia will manage to hold their dominating influence both in regional and global terms. It's becoming more and more clear that new concepts for the use of the military forces are not so simple as they seem to be. The employment of the military force can impact internal security, and internal conflicts attempted to be internationalized, which may result in direct military aggression. The use of state forces for aggression leads to the uncontrolled use of force throughout the world, and to confirm that, we can see the manifestation of terrorism, organized crime, and other things. Global issues are becoming multi-sided and cannot be addressed by thoughts only. And negotiations, the improvement of the international security situation, the emergence of the global conflicts and subsequent time seems to be next to impossible, but we can expect the mounting tension in the region where strategic interests of the leading countries are entangled. A negative impact on global security and on Serbia's security will be posed by the economic crisis, the rivalry of great powers, organized crime, the threat of the proliferation of new and climate changes, poverty, and other challenges based on or deriving from ethnic tension, secession attempts, cultural and confessional differences that may trigger internal crises and wars. The implications of the world economic crisis lead to a greater number of states that cannot ensure their own defense. And it will make it even more necessary for the countries to cooperate in the military area. The progress in science and technology in the most developed countries of the world will increase the gap in the global distribution of force and resources. Cooperation in technologies and joint projects with other countries and international institutions have a positive impact on the strengthening of the defense industry and market. There is a need in a greater coordination of actions on a global level and accession to regional organization. Globalization makes most of the countries more vulnerable, and it limits their capabilities for self-defense. And the political functions and the governance on the part of the states have not disappeared yet. And now we can see that there are some countries that can really impact the policy of other countries. And the threat is that there are some states that are rogue states or failed states and cannot be controlled at all. Weakness in the economic sphere leads to the disasters in such countries. National states can increase their capabilities through international cooperation and integration into international institutions. That's the reason why Serbia expects the support on the part of our partners and expects understanding on our position on Kosovo and Metohija. And we value the support of the Russia and the Federation, our long-time partner and supporter. When it comes to a military aspect, the military neutrality of Serbia makes it possible to have partnerships with any countries, and it's based on 4 pillars. It's European Union, Russian Federation, United States of America, and the People's Republic of China. I would like to stress once again that Serbia didn't change and is not going to change its position on military neutrality. We would like to pursue our own independent policy in line with our national interests, and it's testified by our independent position and not imposition of sanctions on the Russian Federation. So I think that the fact that we comply with main principles makes Serbia a very desirable partner in military cooperation. Dear colleagues, advancement and promotion of military cooperation, joint exercises, participation in peacekeeping operations, and crisis control operations, cooperation with North Alliance in the peace Partnership for Peace program, cooperation with Middle East and North Africa countries make up the priorities for the Republic of Serbia. We are promoting military cooperation with more than 60 partners, and it is thanks to our policy of military neutrality. We also cooperate with the main actors on the international arena whose global interests are always in conflict. Republic of Serbia welcomes regional cooperation. We participate in all the regional initiatives in the European continent and in Asia. We would like to support all the countries who try to be integrated to the European Union. As for the procurement of armaments, Republic of Serbia continues working on the promotion of mutual confidence and trust. We are a participant of the UN peacekeeping operations. More than 300 servicemen are engaged now in UN and European Union peacekeeping operations, and we are going to increase that number. The improvement of operability through the exercises with many countries makes the arrangements possible for involving Serbia in many operations, making Serbia a desirable partner. Ladies and gentlemen, the Republic of Serbia, being a reliable and responsible partner, tries to contribute to the establishment of better regional and global security. And we will certainly continue participating in all those projects on the basis of our capabilities and national interests. And in conclusion, I would like to quote Karl Marx. Some people should recall those words, and for all of us, they should really teach a lesson in establishing interstate relations. If a person works for his own benefits, he can become a great scientist, great poet, but he will never be a great universal person.